Hey everybody, this is the Primal Prepper, Neil, and I have a special treat for today. So, on this past weekend, on Saturday, I went to a local market called the Pine Street Market, and they do all kinds of cured meats and artisanal types of stuff. And I took a butchering class where they broke down a whole hog in front of us and explained how to cut up each piece, and we did a little bit of cuts ourselves, and had lunch, and it was a great little deal. Part of what they do is they skin the pig as they go through it. So now at this particular place they don't use the skin, so they offered it to anybody who wanted some. So of course that sounded like a lot of fun to me. So this here is a piece of pig skin, and you can see some of the fat is still attached on the back. And so when I see pig skin, my first thought is, of course, pork rinds. So this is going to be my first attempt at making pork rinds. And I looked up a recipe on the internet. I also asked the butchers, and they kind of said the same thing. So basically what it's going to be is just cutting this into squares and baking them a little bit in the oven until they get a little bit drier, and then finishing them off in a pan with being fried. So I thought I'd make a video and see how it goes. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but hopefully it'll be tasty. So I'm just going to score the skin here. I don't know if I'm even going all the way through here, and I'm not. Alright, well first, let's turn this to be more on the cutting board. And pig skin is tough, apparently. Well, third time's a charm, right? Maybe not. There we go. Wow. Alright, so this is going to take a little bit more effort than I thought. Okay, so that's one strip. Maybe if we try the other side. That's a little bit easier. Alright, so I'm going to keep doing this, and I'll check back with you in just a moment. Alright, here are some of the squares cut up, and I found if you do a sawing motion, it's a lot easier to cut the skin. So yeah, I'm going to put these in the oven here, and don't mind the smoke, I just really need to clean my oven. And I'll just throw these in here. A little bit tricky one-handed, but alright. And we'll come back in 10 minutes or so. It's supposed to be, the instructions said that when they start to bubble a little bit, that's when they're done. So, alright, so it's been about 10 minutes. And if we look, well, it's hard to see in the video here, but these are starting to bubble, which according to the directions I got, means they're done. This is kind of tricky one-handed. Okay, so I have here a preheated skillet, and it's got a little bit of bacon grease in it already. I'm going to put in some more, because on the instructions I found, and as well as what the butcher said put it in a little bit of oil, and I think using oil is kind of the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard here, because these are pork rinds, and they have pork fat attached to them. I might need a little bit more, so I'm going to put in some, just some bacon grease that I have. Maybe. Let's put this down and see how this works. Alright. So, let that do some melting. This is a slider screen, which is pretty handy. Alright. Let's give these guys a shot. I'm not sure if they should be skin side down or skin side up, so I'm going to do a little bit of both. I guess we'll find out. And that's what they look like. So we'll come back in a second, hopefully when they puffed up. Alright, so it's been about, I don't know, 2 minutes. The joys of video time-lapse. And this guy looks pretty done. Let's take him out. So you can see he's all crispy. And it looks pretty good. Let's check some of these other ones. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So it looks like skin side down is the way to go. I guess it depends on how much fat you want to render off. Oop. That one's not quite done. And these, of course, haven't really started at all. But the fatback's got, oh, there we go. I guess that's how you're supposed to do it. Get everything nice and hot. So now that's more traditional, I guess. So the oil needed to be hotter. Or the oil, I mean the lard. And now it's plenty hot. And this should puff up. Ooh, gotta be careful. That's beautiful. Alrighty, so this is the first fry pan, and we'll come back when I've done. So this is the first full batch, and so I guess what I've learned here is that the oil needs to be hot, like really hot, and if I had a deep fryer it would be easier. But this works well enough. So I'm going to try one of these guys. It tastes like a pork rind. It's a little tough. I don't know if I cooked them quite properly. But that's pretty tasty. It's light and fluffy and fatty all at the same time. Alright. So this is attempt number 1 of making pork rinds. Hopefully it'll only get better from here.